Oro is a video game character from the Street Fighter series. A Japanese hermit who is 140 years old, he has mastered the secrets of immortality. Unusual for a hermit, and the oldest known character in the series, perhaps except for Nikali, who is over 130 years old, Oro possesses keen insight, a humble demeanor, a sense of humor, and wisdom. His hobbies include wandering and leading people through the Amazon, and he enjoys the company of his pets. Oro once quoted that in his youth, he was a dedicated and understanding warrior like Ryu, a proud and disciplined fighter. However, his pride seems to have led him into trouble and may be responsible for his transformation into a hermit. Oro is highly humble, considering himself a beginner. He is not without a sense of justice or the need for humility for those who boast of their talents, such as Urien or Akuma, who were visibly concerned about his violent behavior. Oro has a small weakness for women. When Ibuki fought him as a test to pass her graduation exam at her school, Oro initially felt disappointed because he thought she was asking him out. Oro's ideal woman is someone with the behaviors of an elderly and mature woman. Oro is a mysterious ancient hermit searching for a fighter worthy to inherit his fighting style. He is of Japanese origin and hails from the Amazon jungle, where he lives in a cave with many of his pets, including a turtle and a dog. In the past, Oro earned a living as a martial arts trainer in Japan in his youth and moved to Brazil with a friend in the early 20th century. Unfortunately, over time, his life in Brazil did not go well, and he eventually became isolated. During his isolation from society, Oro spent most of his time practicing and learning the secrets of esoteric martial arts called senjutsu, and finally, after several decades, he mastered it. Oro sometimes leaves his cave and visits the city. After rumors spread about his mastery of his fighting style and his existence, many disciples and trainees sought his guidance, but all of them left as none could handle the rigorous training required to master senjutsu. Out of boredom, he embarked on a journey, traveling around the world on a very large plane, to find the ideal successor for his senjutsu style. This was the first time he left Brazil since moving there. During his travels, he encounters Dalsim, who was training Mahesh. In Karen's story, her servant Shibazaki informs her that the senjutsu master has been spotted in India, also mentioning that he might be the same hermit who fought her grandfather 3 days straight, 100 years ago. She goes to India to challenge him, but Dalsim informs her that he left a few days ago. Karen hopes they will meet someday. He meets Manat, who warns him about future predictions, although he admits he was already aware of them. At some point, Oro visits Dalsim's home for a friendly conversation and dinner. He contemplates with the yoga master about the strength practiced in the world of martial arts and street fighting, discussing the power of Satsui no Hado and the spreading of goodwill. Oro defeats Ryu in the 4th World Warrior Tournament but leaves the tournament in search of Ryu, seeing him as a potential successor. In the end, Ryu finds Oro and begins to observe his training, as well as receiving guidance in secret. By the end of the tournament, Oro feels extremely powerful and desires to test his strength against Akuma. The two engage in a fight, but there is no definite winner as they feel the fight will end in their deaths if it continues. After the end of the fight, Oro sits on a large rock while effortlessly lifting another large rock with just one hand. As he contemplates his mastery of senjutsu, there is only Ryu, whom Oro trained exceptionally, to measure his current strength. He is pleased to know of the existence of a potential true successor that he has been searching for over the past 50 years. However, he decides that it will take another 15 years to achieve his dream, hoping to allow for a fair battle. Oro chooses to rest and allows Ryu to continue lifting the rock.